Good morning. Welcome to our My Jong Law Horn Pai program for this Wednesday morning. We are deep into our Syu Wah Yuen set. We are on the last passes of making this set come together. Hopefully by the end of the month, we will have the majority of the choreography and we can get it all smoothed out before our summer break. Okay, let's settle the feet in and we'll just let the head rise and fall. And looking from side to side. And we'll go ear to one shoulder and hang. And the other, first side. And the second, let the head roll across in the front. And then shoulders can go back. And shoulders can go forward. Yeah, arms can circle back. Just trying to get some air in the dojo here. And arms can circle forward. We're going to reach and lean to one side and the other. Again, first side and the second. And let's go, arms nice and loose. So I've been talking about that ball and chain feeling. So this is not led by the arms. The arms try to stay as loose as possible. And we want to direct it from the inside out to the limbs. So let's try some downwards diagonals. Some rising diagonals. Some descending verticals. Some rising verticals. Some split verticals. And then the other way. And then back to our horizontals. Yeah, okay. Hips can roll one way. And hips around the other. Knees from the inside to the outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. From the outside to the inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Let's go to our hamstring and quad exercise. So we're just going to step, small step, swing up and down, small step, swing up and down. Depending on the space you have, you can do it a little bit more stationary. So lifting heel kicks up towards the back and the bum. Good, and let's go back to our sweeps. And then our heel lifts, quads. So we want to stretch the hip, reach the knee back fairly far. Kicking up. Let's do one more pass like that. And then kicking back. Yeah. Okay, let's work on a foundation that kind of happens just once in the set where we're kind of doing these heel sweeps. But let's make it into a little bit of a chain today so we get used to this kind of spinning backwards with the heels. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the feet a little wider than shoulder width. You're going to slide your weight to one leg and sweep the other leg across. You're going to slide the weight to that leg and you're going to sweep back. So shift the weight, sweep, shift the weight, and sweep. Now we do this quite low in the set, but as a fighting technique, we want to be able to use those heels sometimes to catch and knock somebody's foot out from underneath them. So it's also a good exercise in balance. So we're going to shift and we're going to spin. If you want to go a little lower, shift. Get that a little lower. Shift. So you're shifting the weight and spinning the heel back. Shifting the weight, spinning the heel back. Let's just do a few more. So one heel sweep. Shift the weight, 2. Shift the weight, 3. Shift the weight, 4. Shift, and 5. Last few. 1. Spinning backwards. 2. Spinning backwards. 3. Spinning back. 4. Spinning back. 5. Spinning back. Okay, let's work on another review. And this is for that jump spinning kick that we have. So we have that crescent kick coming across in the front that we've been working on, but we've been talking about how to turn in, weight that leg, and then we're going to shift around. We're going to jump and kick with the same leg. So the same foot that I turned in, I want to, even just if I don't kick, if I get used to just kind of going hop to that crane position, that can help. Now in the set, we mostly kicking with the right leg. So in the set, we get part of our turn as we come into our chop down and punch down. But what I tend to do is just as I'm coming up from that, I'm going to turn in a little bit more. So see that little sneak out with the heel. As I sneak out with the heel, I want to be able to push off that leg and turn towards my back and then hop so I can kick. Now, of course, we want to try to get this all happening in the air. So we go turn in, spin, hop, kick. Won't do too many, but just to make sure we haven't touched base with this one in a while. 1, we're turning in. 2, we're spinning towards the back. 3, we're hopping from the right leg to the left and crescent kicking with that right leg. Last 2. So in the set, we step into a horse. Then we come in narrow for our punch down. Then I'm spinning, I'm turning, I'm cheating, I'm getting that foot turned, and then I'm hopping and kicking. Last one. So down, hatchet, pull, punch, spin, hop, kick, and pound. And that's where we clear the arm and punch in from there. Okay, let's keep going with some kicking techniques. And here is something we briefly touched on, our next kicking chain. Our next kicking chain is a build on top of an earlier kicking chain. So the earlier one we did, we were in eagle claw, and we were going inside a foot, side of foot, inside a foot, side of foot. And we've practiced what's one a fair amount as one of our foundations. 1, 2, 1, 2. But we've got a stationary hand position. Now what we want to be able to do is we want to start to be able to move and incorporate other strikes. So in the set, we're going to get this combination of uppercuts in here. So we're going to end up going 1 uppercut, 2 uppercuts. So we're going to go 1, 2. So for now, just get a sense of kind of turning in the waist. We're going to go boom. And as we pull that back, boom. We come up, we come back. We come up, we come back. 1, 2. 1, 2. And this is nice because although, again, we've got long fists and things are exaggerated, we've got this idea. We throw an uppercut on one side And then we change and we throw an uppercut on the other side. Boom, boom. So we get this idea of kind of rolling our uppercuts. We don't necessarily have to bring it right over the head. Bringing it over the head helps to incorporate really good waist turns and shifts of weight, and then we can compress that. Let's try taking it the other way. We won't see it in the set the other way, but let's work it. 1 is an uppercut, 2 is an uppercut. So where is this similar to? This is similar to when we were doing long punch, roll back, long punch. So we're still using that idea of kind of turning in the waist and hips, but now we're going for shorter rising punches. So we twist in, we roll back. We twist in, we roll back. Okay, so now we need to combine those two things together, the kicks as well as the uppercuts. So as I come through and I throw my inside stomping kick, that's where I'm going to get my first uppercut. And as I pivot, I'm going to throw my second kick and my second uppercut. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So I'm kind of trying to time out the punches just slightly behind the kicks. So I use my longer range technique, my shorter range technique, my longer range, my shorter range. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now it's not really far behind. They're pretty close to simultaneous, but the leg is slightly leading this. And again, like a lot of the work we were doing here, where we said, oh, we could do it as a kick, step, but we could also do it as a jumping step. That's the same for this technique. And this one, I want to be able to do a bit of a jump through. So I'm going uppercut kick, and I'm kind of hopping and kicking and punching. So I go 1, 2, 1, 2. Now in the set, we end up doing 2 different finishing stance work for this. The first time we do it, we're going to go 1, 2, and we're going to land in our horse rider's position. The second time is a little harder. We're going to go 1, 2, and stay with our weight in the back leg, doing more of a bow position where we're sitting back. So we get 2 in a row, and one of them goes with the horse rider's position, and the second one goes with a bow position where our weight is biased to the right leg. So I'll do it facing this way a couple times. I'll turn my back. We'll do it a couple times from the other side. So we can go slow. 1, hop, kick, 2. Now we go 1, hop, kick, settle that foot, but don't weight it, or weight it very little. Let's go the other way. So 1, 2 to the horse, 1, 2 to the bow. A couple more times. 1, 2 to the horse, 1, 2 to the bow. Last one. 1, 2 to the horse, 1, 2 to bow. Now there's one last piece to this thread, and that's going to be if I'm facing towards the camera. I finished up with my weight back and my hand out, and I'm going to sneak through, and I'm going to go to a cat position or an empty position with a high block and punch simultaneously. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, through the forward position, and then up, and that front foot comes through. Let's try that a couple of times. So from that bow, I'm rolling through the fort. Oh, feels a little bit like what we were doing with the I Chuan, digging in and coming through. But now we step and we bring that front leg out. So 1, 2 to horse. Just going to come back a bit. 1, 2 to bow. Then we twist through. We're blocking high and we're touching out. Nice. A couple more times with that. This is one of our last, getting into our some of our last passes of the set. 1, 2, 3, 4, and through. Last time for today. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and through. Okay, what other things have we been working on that are going to show up near the end of the set? So one of the things that's going to show up near the end of the set, remember that big roll back and shove. So let's work on that a little bit. So in the set, we're going to do this with a bit of a stepping and hopping motion. And we'll get to that part of it later. But for now, let's do this. We're going to start with our weight in the right leg. We're going to come over the head. We're going to press our hands down by our hip. And then we're going to swing through a narrow forward stance to push. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. A couple more. 1, 2, 3. This is a great exercise for springiness in the legs. So we kind of settle, we squat and push. Settle, load the leg, push out of the leg. Let's try going the other way. So we settle and we push out. We roll, we settle, boom, we push. 1, roll through and push. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Okay, let's look at some things that are coming up next. So in our set, when we were just working on it last, we had gone into our white crane section where we went X block down, high, touch, slap, hook, slap. Then we said we were going to go into our back of hand, palm, back of hand. We went back of hand, hop, palm, lean, back of hand. And we said this time we weren't going to come in with the finger strike. We're going to come under with a claw. So let's try that whole sequence. So I've gone X block, crane, slap, hook, slap, back of hand, palm, back of hand, claw. One more time in this direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up, palm, back of hand, claw. I'll take it facing the other direction. So down, I go into crane, I'm up and high crane stance, I touch the toe, I slap around the body, I hook, and I slap low. Then I'm going to come up with the back of the hand, I'm pulling that foot in, I'm hopping to the foot, and I'm leaning. Then I reach in and I grasp. A couple more times this direction, and we're going to add to that chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back of hand, palm, back of hand, claw. X down, 1, 2, 3, 4, high, palm, back of hand, claw. So we're going to take it from that claw position. I'll turn my back to start. So we're going to take it from that claw position and we're going to brush the hips and we're going to grasp with claws sideways. So let me flow through it once. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, brush, grasp, heel kick. So we're going to grab, we're going to pull in, and we're going to heel kick. So I was here, I leaned out and clawed. So I've gone boom, boom. I'm going to brush, come around, grab and claw at neck height, and I'm going to pull this in to my hip and heel kick. That's going to then lead me to uppercut, 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 step through, block, and punch. Whoa, we're putting all sorts of things together. So let's try that section a little bit. So I'm going to go down, crane, 1, 2, 3, back of hand, hop, claw, brush, side claw, heel kick. I don't put that foot down from the heel kick. I bring it to the side, uppercut, uppercut, hopping, 1, 2, and then rolling through, 3. Nice. A couple more times. So, down, crane, slap, back of hand, palm, back of hand, claw, brush, grasp, pull. So I've still got my claws on my hip as I do the heel kick, and then I change that into fists as I go punch, 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 and punch. So we've got a sequence of uppercuts followed by a long punching technique. Last time for all that. So I've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up high, 1, 2, 3, come under, brush, grab, heel kick, uppercut, 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 weights in the right leg, I pivot through, I high block, and punch. Okay, let's take that from the beginning. So we've got our opening, 1, 2, and present. We're coming underneath, kick, stepping up, 1, 2. Hand to armpit, lift, hop, grasp, punch, brush, circle, punch, pull in, reach, hatchet, down. Here's that kick we were just working on. Spin, kick, clear, punch, pull back, hop, settle. Here's that foot sweep. We shift, right foot comes around. Draw in to our rising reinforced elbow, to a side reinforced elbow. Roll back, open. 2, 3. Close and throw. Roll back, and here comes our monkeys. 1, 2, 3. Back of hand, punch, reinforced elbow. 1, 2, 3, and into our claws. 1, 2, grab, hatchet, catch it. So we got 1, 2, turn. Remember this, brush, rising, 1, 2, 3 with the hands. Pull in, sweep under, punch out. And here's what we were just working on. Dive down, lift up, slap, hook, slap, back of hand, palm, back of hand, claw, brush, grab, heel kick. Underneath, 1, 2, just going to move back a little here, 3, 4, and then we dip through and punch out. Whoa, we're so close. I've got just a couple movements left to go. I'm going to leave it there today. I'm still still working on my breathing and lungs. So thanks for training today, Ngoy, and we will see you next week, and we'll keep on picking up on the set. We just got 2 sections or so left before our closing. Thanks for training today.